Hey everybody, this is Jelani.
And I am Brooks Apocalypse. Or just Brooks. Depending.
Yeah, and together we're Go Figure. And today we are reviewing the Marvel's Apocalypse retro carded Uncanny X-Men figure. And today is a big deal. It's a big guy. And we're gonna go through this all together and see what he looks like. So far, we're gonna look at the packaging first. I'm gonna take that over, and Brooks will take over on the other parts. But it looks very good, in my opinion.
I love these classic cards. They look just like the old Toy Biz ones.
Yeah, they do.
It even has the little thing up in the corner with the faces that they used to put on comics. I always love them. I love these when they do these.
Yeah, it's straight retro card. This is like premium retro card. This is how they should look.
Yeah.
When they should have sold them to begin with. I mean, it's not collector friendly because you're gonna have to tear this packaging, which is a shame. But it's still, man, it's a great looking figure. It's got the alternate head. It's got the hands, the alternate hands there, and looks like it has blasters. And I don't know if those are eye beams or does that go with the cannon
thing that he has there?
Okay, so yeah, all in all, he looks pretty good. I'm gonna flip him around, and on the back of the card, that looks decent too. He's got his little look up. It says, "Look upon the future and tremble. He is Apocalypse, the world's most powerful mutant. From the ashes of our world, he will build a better one." And
Arguable.
yeah, you never know what he's gonna do. What do you think about the back of this bad boy?
It looks great. I mean, I love the little box there with the little personality profile. That was like a thing that we used to get like all the time on the backs of figures. Like, I don't know if you remember the Playmates turtles. Like, surely you do though. But they always had those little cards at the bottom that you could cut out after you open the card.
Oh yeah,
personality profiles and shit.
Yeah, and G.I. Joes did that too.
Yeah, I never collected G.I. Joes, but I do remember Turtles doing that.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Other figures as well.
Yeah, man. Well, altogether, I mean, this is a great looking package. It's a shame though, we're gonna have to tear it apart and look inside and see what's going on.
Such is its fate.
Oh yeah,
packages were meant to be destroyed. They're too weak to survive.
And by the way, that's the barcode for the figure. If you want to get it going forward, that's up to you guys or not. And yeah, we're gonna crack this bad boy open and see what it looks like. All right, so now we got him out of the package, and he looks great. I mean, to me, he's got that menacing face and whatnot. But we're gonna go over the accessories first. Starting over here on the sides. These are, I guess, his little, I don't know what you call these.
Yeah,
the little tubes, I guess,
tubes
that'll go in his arm. So, like, in the back of him, I guess you stick these in the back here. And then
you did it.
Jim in the arms. Yay. I almost did it, see?
Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah. Shameful.
You lost your points.
Yay.
Humble.
All right, that's one. And then, of course, the one for the other. We'll go for two. And like, Apocalypse needs these for like what?
I do not know.
Yeah.
All I know is that he apparently doesn't need them because Age of Apocalypse doesn't have them.
Right.
So I think he's just like showing out. Like, look at my fancy celestial technology.
Right.
Tubes going from my arms to my back. What did
do
they do? Who knows?
He's totally tubular.
Or maybe he needed them at one point. He just forgets that he has them.
Yeah. He never knows.
He goes to reach for something one day and his arm stops short. He's like, oh, damn, I forgot about those. Those arm tubes.
Mine look weird. So, of course, I'm going to go in now and take and use Brooks's.
Yeah, they're not good at staying in.
Yeah.
If you move them. Like, if you keep them still, they'll stay in, but, like, You move me even the slightest bit, and motherfuckers pop
They
out.
pop right out.
They
Yeah.
pop.
That's freaking crazy. But, he's got tubes on his arms. And, I'll use Brooks's version. Why not?
I
So,
love how he has two faces. He has angry and stern.
yeah. And the stern face, I mean, to be honest, that's a good looking figurehead, man.
Actually, I'm thinking like maybe I'm gonna put that one on.
Yeah, he really looks like he's planning and plotting with that head. I mean, it looks great. I mean, the detail in his eyes. I mean, everything about that figure looks pretty decent. Yeah, I like that. And then, of course, he comes with two fisted hands. Of course, he's got that third fisted hand from Brooks's figure, but on mine, two fisted hands.
Or they put like a giant fist in there.
Yeah.
Like they only gave him like the cannon.
He needs to have that, yeah. And then, of course, we're going to talk about that cannon. And the cannon itself looks pretty cool. I mean, it's got...
Wish they made it blue.
It needs, like...
Purple.
Yeah. I don't know why it looks like this. But, I mean, it's fine. And just to demonstrate how that's used on his arm, you just take his hand off. Of course, I'm going to knock it out. Knock it 45 miles away.
I got it.
Thank you. But,
And you go out and pick stuff up.
that's right.
Bullshit.
Get to work, man. Get to work. But you take,
I didn't come here to work.
yeah, man, you definitely did. There, and then it comes off like that. And then you put the, cannon in there. I'm just going to forget his tendrils for now. But he's got his arm cannon in there. And it's got a little peg. But you stick it in like that. And I don't know if the fin goes up or down. I'm guessing it goes somehow. But they have a little hole where you can put the little tube in. If it'll go. Good grief. These things do fall out a lot. Apocalypse, these are useless to you. Other than, I guess, it gives you energy. But that's his energy weapon. And then, of course, it comes with these blast effects. There's a really big one that you can put in either one of the holes there.
You can do a charge shot or two tiny shots.
Yeah. So he's like, pew, super pew, I will destroy you, pew pew. That looks pretty good. And, and then he's got, of course, these two little ones here too. I'll show them off. But they're little tiny little pew pews. And, they can go either in these little holes, I guess. So that he's popping caps. They fit. Looks like they don't fit. They're super tiny, so they must go up here or something.
Yeah, there's other holes.
There are two tiny little holes in there. So
you can't have all three going at the same time.
yeah. So that's pretty
You
cool.
have charge shot and
Pew pew pew.
Overpowered.
And then well, Apocalypse is kind of overpowered. Yeah. It still looks good. That's a good blast effect. Man, that is pretty clean. So, yeah, we'll take that off. And I'm knocking my little station over. But those are for his accessories. I think they're pretty good. I mean, I think it should have been like more purple.
They could have done a little more, like, accessories for transforming weapons. Like maybe do a mace or like an axe or some shit.
Yeah, something that would work
Like
a little
melee
more.
weapon. You need
Yeah.
a melee weapon.
And you only have, I guess, so much stuff that you can use for that stuff. But yeah, that's basically the accessories. And now I'm going to give it over to Brooks, and he's going to show us the articulation for this figure.
Okay, articulation. This guy's got some pretty good articulation. Like, I think most modern legends do, really. But especially when you got a big boy like this, sometimes you lose out on some of that movability. But this guy, he's pretty good. He's got a good head swivel there. He can look pretty far up, mostly to the sides. His arms aren't too encumbered. You know, they have the shoulder pads here, but, you know, not too bad. You can lift his arm up pretty high. He's got a good elbow joint there. You know, the usual. Got your little twisty hand. And he's got the, you know, your typical chest, abdomen joint.
Yeah, that's a good admiration. He's all right.
And his legs, yeah, let's see. Whoa, for when he's like doing Shakespeare in the park. To be apocalypse or not to be apocalypse.
That is the question.
Yeah, his legs have great articulation. Like, I think most legends are really good, especially with the leg articulations on the figures. You know, you can do the splits. I am Split Apocalypse. You can have him like put his foot on one of his foes and have him like gloating about it. It's like, I didn't even see you down there with my foot on your face. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty easy to stand. Like, you know, with figures this size, you gotta keep in mind, you know, how you're gonna distribute your weight to keep him standing. But he's got some good wide feet there, so he can stand pretty easy. And like I said, you know, these tubes, like your best bet is to pose them how you want and then put the tubes in and just try not to mess with it after that.
Because they don't stay in there long.
Yeah, because they will pop out at the slightest provocation.
Yeah, they should be bendy wire.
Yeah, that might help a little bit. I didn't mention his ankle joints too. He's got some good ankle movement. A little bit stiff on this one, but you can get it. You can loosen it up like the more you pose it. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers the articulation of this boy. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. Yeah. And we're now going to do some comparisons. The first comparison we have here is the Toy Biz Apocalypse, known as.
He's a legend.
Yeah,
What's Toy Biz? Did the Toy Biz own Legends?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
This is Toy Biz. Yeah, yeah. This is the Toy Biz Fat Boy.
Call him Fat Apocalypse.
The Fat Apocalypse. Okay. Yeah.
Just call him Biggie.
And you know, compare the two. Of course, I'm gonna take this one over this one. I don't know what it is, but I sold this figure years ago. Brooks just so happened to have it. He even has that weird stand, that weird, like, I don't know what it is, Egyptian stand. And it's got like the little obelisks or something all over around it. And it's too small for his feet and all that stuff.
Yeah, the stands sucked in early Legends.
Yeah, it was terrible, man.
They didn't do them right.
Yeah.
Well, they did some cool ones in the early ones, like they did. I remember one of the early X-Men sets had like, it was like pieces of a Sentinel, like a downed Sentinel, and those were pretty cool. But like they went downhill after that.
Yeah. So that's this Apocalypse, the Toy Biz Apocalypse. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, and here we've got. This was a Toy Biz too, right?
Yeah. This is
I thought it's from the Toy Biz line. Like it was from back early X-Men line though. But he's a projector too. Like he has you can see a little light on his chest. But the thing is, you have a little thing on his back here, and you got two AAA batteries, I think it looks like. Yeah, I put in there.
Okay.
But also, they come with these little discs that have images from the 90s X-Men animated cartoon on them. So what you do is you put one of these in there, you close him up, and you hit this little button on the back, and then the light will pop on, and then it will project the image onto your wall or whatever, and you can change them with this little clicky dial thing.
Yeah, let's put some batteries in and see if it'll work.
I'll pause it. Okay, unfortunately his light does not work anymore, so we can't show that off, which is sad. But I do have another one with Wolverine that I think that one still works, so maybe one day I'll bring that one. But as you can see, he's got the mace arm right here. For melee action, and He's pretty cool. He looks pretty close to the cartoon version. I think more so in the head than the newer figure.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing about Apocalypse in the anime series. He had that like wide jaw that kind of narrowed out to the top of his head.
Right.
But
he does look cartoony in that one. He looks pretty good.
The colors though in the new one are more accurate to the cartoon. Well, the head and face kind of on the projector looks more like the old school.
Yeah. All right, and another comparison we have here is the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Wave Apocalypse. This is Brooks here on this side, and with the regular hand, and I've got my figure, and it has the Apocalypse clamp that came with the Archangel figure that it has attached here. But a lot of people were wondering if this was the same figure, and it looks like they're completely different molds, like altogether. This looks more of the animated series look. These are more like the modern look. He's got the blue paint here, but this is more muted. It's a little bit less flat.
I love the
but
metallic on the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
But the matte looks better for the aesthetic they're trying to capture with the animated one.
Yeah. And even then, if you're gonna do the flatness of his costume here, why not have his face that way too? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's detailed, and I love the heads, but this looks like it's more detailed than the flatness of what they were trying to accomplish here. It puts it more in a modern thing for me, but all in all, I mean, it's still a pretty good looking figure.
Yeah.
And standing with them is about the same height for them and everything. Fairly decent. Anything else you want to say about them?
It looks like the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse. It also looks like he's a little grayer, whereas the animated one is more kind of a very lightish gray.
Yeah.
But the heads are pretty, I think, similar. It's like the same expression, I believe. They just kind of put a lighter color on his head and skin too, skin tone.
Yeah. Looks good though. All right, and another comparison. This is the Archangel that came out. Oh, it's been a few years, but this is his minion, the Horseman of the Apocalypse. This one he's Death, right?
Yeah, he's Death.
That's right.
Death is always like Apocalypse's fave.
Yeah, and it still looks nice, side to side of that.
I didn't realize those wings were so metallic like that, because I didn't get this figure because I had an Archangel. I got the one from an earlier set that came out. It was like his X-Force costume at the time.
Yeah, that's the hard to find one, man. That's that was that box set that came with them. That's really hard to find now. But yeah, that's a comparison of those two, because you got to see them together. All right, and here he is compared to the Age of Apocalypse here, doing a little Shakespeare.
And also proof that he doesn't need those fucking tubes.
Yeah, not at all.
Like he just I'll just replace him with a cape now. And I love how he's holding the skull and look what I have. Look what I found.
Mine is better than yours. Wait, you have nothing. He's just so happy.
He's on his way to.
Yeah.
Now I can do Shakespeare in court.
Yep. He's totally running things. One more comparison. We have to do the big boy himself.
This is the true test of Apocalypse.
That's right. And, of course this was going to be a much larger Apocalypse, but that's the Toy Biz Build-A-Figure, one of the big four. One of the mightiest four Toy Biz figures.
I think he's the best.
He's the best?
Yeah, I love Galactus and the Sentinel, but Big Boy Apocalypse is the best one.
Yeah. I swing towards Giant Man sometimes, but he was way too many pieces put together.
Cool, but
Apocalypse is clean.
So
yeah. And there were two versions of this figure. One was had this black layer that's here now, and then there's the blue that kind of matches this one. I broke mine years ago and had to buy a new set. That hurt my heart. But yeah.
That's what you get for you didn't figure in like how you were standing him right.
Yeah.
You weren't placing your weight. You didn't get your weight placement right.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. All right, so all in all, this is a pretty good figure. What do you think about this one, man?
I love him. I mean, like the minute I saw him, I was like, I gotta get that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I've got a bias. Like Apocalypse is like my second favorite villain of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Doom didn't exist, Apocalypse would be number one, most definitely. But yeah, like Robbie showed me that figure, and I'm like, yep.
Gotta buy it.
I gotta buy that.
It's mine. Yeah, man. So like now, like I said, we have a new rating system. We are going to do figure points, and it'll be 0 to 5 figure points. 5 being the best, 0 being the worst. And you guys in the comments, let us know what you think the figure points for this one should be. Brooks, I'll go ahead and ask you, what figure points would you want to give it? And if you,
it's like I feel drunk with power. Like now I give the points.
yeah,
But yeah, I give this one a 5. Like I love this figure. Like he looks good. I mean, he is Apocalypse. He can do no wrong.
oh yeah, oh yeah. And you know what? I agree. I'm gonna give him a 5 too. He's pretty decent. I mean, I like him. He's got a good menacing figure to him. He's got that. The down points for me would be because it's the animated version. I think we needed a more animated version head to go with it. I think that's the only thing. I mean, it is a repaint and a resculpt on the head a little bit, but I mean, yeah. All in all, he's a very good figure. I would definitely pick him up. He's almost $40 though. Hasbro has been raising their prices a little bit, so you know, just based on the price point, I still think he's kind of worth it because he has all the accessories. He's got all the stuff that you would want for an Apocalypse figure.
Well,
I mean, would you
quite,
see?
Not quite all.
You said
he has
a
enough.
mace. Yeah, he should have weapons and things of that nature with him too. But you know, there's only so much you could put in a retro card, and I think for what we got,
they've given us more. They had to charge us $50 for him probably.
yeah,
Oh, you want an axe? That's $50 now.
yeah.
Idiots, pay us.
And you know, we ended up paying them anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Tell us what you guys think of what we have, and that's our review for this retro carded Apocalypse figure.
Apocalypse Palooza.
Yep, we dropped a whole bunch of Apocalypse in one video, and very proud of that. So, like I said, guys, like, share, subscribe. You got any final words, Brooks?
Just survival of the fittest,
Yeah.
Only the most fit of figures will survive. Only the most fit will receive the 5 figure points that we bestowed today.
Yeah, and they're pretty good, man. I like a 5. This is a good solid 5 for us. So
Kind of makes me think of
Yeah.
pizza points, like back in the old Turtles. You know, the Turtles used to have the pizza points.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just Equip and collect.
you equip and collect them and get like stuff
Now,
like
now we don't collect the points. Now we distribute them.
straight distribution. Well, that's all for us for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe, and of course, get out there and go figure.